Okay, this is going to be my first ever video on YouTube, okay? It's upon my roots semi-recently, okay? It's called Gracias. Writing is my passion. With every stroke of pen against paper, my heart contracts. My lung finally releases my pent-up breath. My whole heart reveals itself as it is empty onto the darkened ivory sheets. My passion bore life during the hardest time, when my life felt empty, when I was plunged consented into a world of sin. My heart tortuously cried. Anger and hatred continued to bloom within me, and my life was a meaningless void of self-pity, of self-hatred, of useless dying dreams. My friend, an uber drama queen, with pretensions cloaking her own insecurities, guided me along the apprentice's road. Many lessons I learned from her. My distrust and emotional fragility were byproducts of time spent below. My one happily learned lesson indeed. The others killed me slowly, and now I'm just a shell. But I don't blame her, just myself. So, to Gilda, thank you and all the best. That's it. Hope you like it.